All right, how's it going, everybody? Happy Monday. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes before I kick off our topic, which is the voice inside of us. I know we all experience it, and it's tough, right? It's like you're trying to get through your life, you're trying to get through your challenges, you're trying to get through things. You always have that little voice in the back of your head that's like keeping you. You feel like it's keeping you from being able to live your life, or being able from doing the things that you really want to do. And so we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share with you guys some secrets or tricks rather that I've learned along the way that have helped me on how to deal with these things. And so before we get going with that, I just love to see who's on here. Introduce yourself, and tell me a little bit about yourself if we haven't met. And how's your week going? How was your weekend? I've been off for a while. How's it going, Manuela from Spain? ¿Qué tal? I love Spain. I absolutely love Spain, actually. Yeah, how was everybody's weekend? And how's everybody been? I think the last time I went live was 2 weeks ago. So I've been off the grid for a while. I haven't been posting as much because I've been busy. I've been taking care of myself. I preach what I teach, guys. So I've taken some time to really reconnect with myself, and I've been busy with clients also, and with family. And so I just needed some time to myself and to recharge, and here I am. So yeah, what would your last meal on earth be? Oh, that's a great question. My last meal would probably be like, I would say a sequence of meals. So like you can go to a restaurant, you can have like 12 different meals. So it would be, does that count? But if I had to pick one, it would probably be just like some Brussels sprouts with lemon and like just a little roasted with salmon, and with rosemary and some lemon on just salmon. I don't know. It's a great question. Never thought about that. How many languages do you speak? I speak 3 languages fluently, but I also speak a little bit of French. I also speak a little bit of Portuguese, a little bit of everything. But three languages I speak fluently. You're the first person to say multiple options. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a meal, right? I mean, if you think about it, like when you go to a restaurant, you have a meal. So, but yeah, if I had it my way, that's how it would be. It would probably be a course meal where I get to have a breakfast, a nice glass of wine, and just enjoy all these, all the beautiful things that we have on this earth that we get to eat. Yeah, that would be mine. We start fasting this month, Ramadan. I mean, Muslims people. Okay, right on. Well, how is that experience for you? I've never really done that before. But that's, Dan, ignore me. Okay, who am I ignoring? Oh, you're fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did not mean to ignore you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. For those of you who are new, welcome to my lives. Typically, I like to go live at least once a week. It's been a couple weeks now because, like I said earlier, I've been busy, and also I just needed to take some time away from social media, which is why I also haven't posted in a while either. But I'm back now, so I am very excited to be back and to be sharing with all of you some interesting topics, and some things have come up. Hey Stella, how's it going? I see some people here that from my previous lives. It's good to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, I hope all of you are enjoying. Those of you who are new, my videos. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for being a part of this journey that I've gone on, which is to help people, right? To help people as much as I can, and thank you so much. Now today's topic, I'm just gonna go dive right into it. But before I do, not experience it's happened every year, so I knew it well. Okay, I think you're talking about. No, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hello, thank you. Hi. I love my life 110. But today we're talking about the voice, our inner voice, right? The voice in our heads, the voice that always is in the back of our minds, or that comes up, that we hear oftentimes, and that I feel like a lot of people have issues with or struggle with, right? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some things you can do to help with that. And let me just put on some music in here that's a little bit more of the vibe. But in the meantime, hello, how's it going? Thank you, Gtro4. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, 1 second, guys. 1 second. How's everybody doing, though? Everybody doing good? Everybody had a good weekend? Hopefully everyone has or did. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, let's do this. You guys ready? All right. So the number one thing, one of the common things that I've noticed, not just from people, but with myself also, is how sometimes we get that voice, right, that comes and tells us like maybe we're not good enough, or that voice is like, oh, you can't do this, or you have kind of like an argument with yourself because you want to do things in your life, or maybe you feel stuck, or maybe you're too hard on yourself. I know for me, I can do that sometimes. I can be really tough on myself, and I've gone better and better throughout time. But it's definitely something that comes up still now and then, where I'm a little too tough on myself, and I start to really say things, right, in my mind that are not really helpful. They're not constructive. And so the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because a lot of the anxiety, a lot of the depression, a lot of the issues that are roaming around in today's society come from that. It's that inner voice, right? That's like telling us these stories, or that, if we lack confidence, it's that inner voice that doesn't allow us to feel confident in ourselves, or that we think we're not good enough. So I really want to talk about this, so you can all understand that this one topic can encompass many, many things that perhaps may be going on in your life at the moment. And if not, it's something for you to think about, because we need to understand that inner voice. And that's the number one thing, is understanding it. It's like, imagine if you had a friend, right, that was just negative and just was always, talking a lot of things, right, that are negative towards you and towards people. Eventually you start to feel negative, right? When you hear that so much, you just feel that, right? Hey, how's it going, Hazel? So think of it the same thing, right? We don't make that connection sometimes with ourselves. We don't stop and think like, wow, that negative voice that I'm using for myself is also the same negative voice that if I had a friend, it would be the same thing, right? And so it does impact you in a negative way. And so a lot of people say, well, I don't know how to stop that. I don't know how to stop, from thinking negative, or I don't know how to stop beating myself up, or I don't know how to silence that voice. And that's because oftentimes we either do two things. We either listen to that voice and we go into this tunnel of negativity, or two, we fight with it. And you can't do either one of those, because you have to remember that we're creatures of habits, and when we start to listening to all that negativity in our minds, it becomes real and it becomes a habit. We start to, anytime these negative thoughts come in, we take it, and 9 out of 10 we take it because even though it sounds messed up, it makes us feel good. It makes us feel at least something, right? And even though it's negative, even though it may be pain, or maybe it may be something that's not really the best, we're still feeling something. And that's why some people, some folks, they struggle with depression so much and being able to come out of it, because they want to, but they don't know how. And so since they want to not feel this way so bad, they're in a very vulnerable position. They're in a position of pain and of sorrow and a lot of different emotions, and they want comfort. People who are going through depression want, how's it going? They want love, they want affection, they want these human beautiful things called love, wherever it comes from. And you want to feel supported, and you want to feel not alone. And when you don't get that, and all you have is yourself, and you hear those negative voices, you eventually start to just listen to that. And that feeling of beating yourself up, even though it's so damaging and it's so sad, it kind of like fills in that hole. And it's really, really unfortunate that we do that as human beings. But oftentimes it comes from really just a place of trying to do our best, right? With the thoughts that we have in our minds, and without getting any support from maybe family or friends. So that's tough. That's really, really tough. And I definitely can tell you guys that I've been there so many times in my life. I've been alone and trying to navigate depression and PTSD and anxiety. And it was tough. And I was in my head so much, constantly just in my head, until one day was like, what is this doing for me? And that's when I recognized that it was actually, I was feeding myself for the things that I wanted, the things that I didn't have. Instead of feeding myself the healthy way, I didn't know how to do that. So I just listened to that voice, and I was beating myself up even more. And so what I want you guys to do when you're feeling like these negative thoughts are coming in, I want you to first take a deep breath, okay? And just come to the present moment that you're in. And that can be as simple as just taking a deep breath and just feeling the air in your lungs. Or perhaps it's, if you're outside, feeling the sun in your face. Or maybe it's just looking around you and feeling the breeze in your face, right? And yes, the environment does play a big role. If you're in a toxic environment, or if you're in a place that there's negative energy, then please, get away from that area. Go get some fresh air, and give yourself that what you deserve, right? Of that break, of that negative space, and allow yourself to have some time for yourself, and to really say, okay, I feel really anxious right now. I feel really stressed because all these things are happening in my life right now. But what can I do? Focus on what can you do in your life. What can you do, you as a human being, what can you control? Well, you can control yourself. You can control, how you react to things. And I know that may be difficult, but you can still do it. You can still control it. And that's the starting point, right? It's saying, okay, and then calming yourself down, talking yourself to just relax and just breathe. Just breathe and just be like, okay, everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right, right? And just being kind to yourself. I think that many of us are such good friends, right? Such good brothers and sisters. We're such good people. A lot, if not all of you, right? But we don't do that to ourselves, and we oftentimes want it from somebody else, but that's not always reliable. And that is something that if you're expecting or wanting it from somebody else, there's always going to be that void. But you need to understand is that no one knows you better than yourself, right? So you know what you need, you know what you want. And oftentimes when you want somebody else, and because you feel lonely or because of this and because of that, you have to dig in a little bit with yourself and say, well, but why do I need somebody? Why do I need somebody to feel better? Why can I feel good with myself first and then want to have somebody in my life or want to have supportive system? You know, and oftentimes when we do our work first, our inner self, where we connect with our higher being, with our true self and our higher being, we are able to feel better, and we start to attract good people that are reliable, people that can be there for us, and people who really do care, like much like we care about other people, right? But we have to allow that to happen, and we also have to feel good with ourselves first, right? And I know this is tough. I know that we live in the world that oftentimes we're like, but I'm tired of being lonely. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. So do something different. Then do something different, right? And listen to that voice, because that inner voice that comes in your mind that is talking you down, that's what you think about yourself. And that's something to look into, right? That's something you really want to explore and ask why, right? So I'm gonna pause here to read the comments real quick, because then I get so into it, and then I get behind on my comments. So it's also important to recognize that one is experiencing negative thoughts. Cognitive triangle is key. Yes, absolutely. Recognition is the number one and most important thing. You have to recognize in order to understand, and therefore you have to be open to listening to yourself and to being not criticizing of yourself, but looking at yourself from the outside perspective and saying, how am I showing up for myself every single day? How do I feel when I wake up, and why? You know, I think that's very, very important and very helpful. So let me see. Very true. The only one that is good when we are broken is the Lord. Yeah, I mean, whether it's meditation, whether you're religious, whether you are believe in energy, whatever it is, right? There is a higher being, and when you connect to that and surrender to yourself, right, first, and really understand that, hey, you know, there's pain in here. There's some pain, and I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling hurt and lonely, and I just don't want to feel like this anymore. And you have to really, really take a moment to be there for yourself, right? And put your hand over your heart and say, hey, how am I doing? All right, you know how we check on our friends, like, check on yourself. When's the last time you actually did that? Thank you, Stella. You're so awesome. Thank you for that. But really, just do that. I invite you, all of you, whether it's today, tomorrow, at some point, put your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath and just feel your beautiful heart. Just feel your breath. You know, just breathing in, and just find that comfort in yourself. Just bring yourself to a calm state, and it's just you and yourself, and just take that moment, right? Take that moment to really to be there for yourself, okay? And I promise you that if you practice that every single day, just a little bit, I mean, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's just a couple of minutes, right? But just to devote some time to just check in and just tell yourself, hey, I've been through a lot, but look how far I've come. I got this. I can do this. I have a life to live, and I want to do things differently. And I'm going to start with just being kind with myself and looking at things differently, choosing to just look at things differently. Because all of you deserve that, ladies and gentlemen. You deserve that beautiful peace. You deserve that light that you have that's beautiful and bright to come out and live for your unique self of who you are. That's what you deserve. But you have to take the choice of saying, just put the earplugs on the outside noise for a second and look inwards and just breathe. Breathe and reset yourself and be kind to yourself. And you will find that little voice that we've been talking about will start to subside, will start to fade away. And the silence and the peace within your heart, the love, the light will come up, and it's gonna fill your vision, your mind with peace. But it's okay. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be uncomfortable with trying new things. It's okay to be vulnerable. But just remember that when you spend time with yourself, no one is judging you, just you. So please don't do that to yourself. You already have enough people judging you in this world. You already live in a society that's challenging as it is. So please just do that for yourself. Give yourself that beautiful peace and that opportunity to just be kind to yourself. Okay? Please. So that's been something that has really helped me with that inner voice that's negative at times. When it comes, I just say, okay, I'm going to take a moment here, because are these facts or are these just things that are popping up in my head right now? It's because I'm facing maybe something that I'm fearful of, or maybe that I'm uncomfortable with, because that's when those insecurities come. That voice that comes to our minds that tries to bring us down is because it's trying to save us also from fear, right? It's fear oftentimes that it's speaking. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all. .mhg7, thank you so much for all of your beautiful comments and your messages. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing also your beliefs, and I respect your beliefs. And I saw that you have gone through so much trauma, you mentioned, and I can certainly understand that. And trauma, and from being in the military, from before the military, even and I've experienced that. And we have to, even more when we have trauma, look inwards, right? And be brave to really just face those traumas and be willing to forgive ourselves, forgive the ones that have hurt us, and be able to just breathe and just let go. And that is such a beautiful feeling, when you can just breathe. You just breathe and just say, okay, it's time to let go of this. It's time to do things differently, right? So I invite you to do that every single day. Just devote some time, even if, like I said, even if it's just a few minutes, to journal. Maybe you journal, just write things that you're feeling, or maybe it is to just spend some time in quiet with yourself, and maybe you sit outside and you just put on some really calming music and you just Just breathe and just give your mind that break. Or maybe is you going for a walk and just admiring everything. Right now we're in springtime here in the United States, and I know it's different everywhere around the world, but there's beauty in this beautiful world. There's beauty everywhere. And just choose to look at that beautiful beauty that lives around you and admire it every single day, and just be grateful. Be grateful to be alive. Be grateful to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. Be grateful to be alive. Because right now, there is somebody in their dying deathbed wishing and praying and wanting another day. But we get to be here right now, today. So please just remember that. Life is a beautiful thing if we choose it to be. If we can just accept that. If we focus on all the negativity, then we're gonna feel that life is negative. If we focus on all the bad things that have happened into our lives, then that past is gonna come to the present, and we're gonna keep reliving the past. And you're just, why? Why do that to ourselves? Why? Ask yourself that. Why am I doing this to myself? And just sit there with that question. And see what comes up. Because when I asked myself that question, I was like, I broke down in tears, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Why? And I started to dig, and I started to say, okay, it's because I feel angry. Okay, but why do I feel angry? I feel angry because because of the things that people did to me. Well, why do you feel anger towards them? Can you forgive them? And then ask myself, like, what does forgiveness mean to me? And you just gotta go on this journey with yourself and really devote that time to say, like, what is going on in here? Not in here. We focus too much what's going on up here. But we forget about this beautiful part right here. It's okay. It's okay if it's hard to go there sometimes. Right? So, yeah. Just want you guys to think about that. I'm going to take a little pause to read some of the comments here. Stella, thank you again so much for your kindness, for your gift. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It is so kind of you. I feel locked into this negativity. I understand that. You know, you got to change that story, and you got to tell yourself, I no longer will be locked in this negativity. I no longer will live my life like this. And say it to yourself. Maybe write it 1,000,000 times. Maybe write like 4 pages of it and say, I no longer want to live this way. I no longer will live this way. I welcome peace. I welcome love. I surrender to change. I surrender to new opportunities. I surrender to myself, and allowing to really be in the present and to let go of the past. And you have to practice. You have to stay persistent with that. You have to stay persistent, because you have years, perhaps years of bad habits that you subconsciously have adopted. And now you're wanting to break that. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight, right? So stay consistent. Stay consistent and really put the work. And I promise you, you will see a difference. I promise you, you will see a difference. Thank you so much. What is your name? DOTM.MHG7. Ruiniverse 100 is death/mooring negative energy. I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna make sure that he's still on here. So okay, you are. So it's not, and this is why it's not. it can become, right? I think we have to be careful. I've lost a lot of people in my life, both from my time in the military and also just from life, really. And so this is one that I can definitely relate to, and it's okay to mourn. It's okay to feel sad. People oftentimes get confused, like being sad being a negative thing. I think it's important to feel sadness when it's needed to be felt. It's important to feel being upset. But what's not good or healthy is to hang on to it, right? So I think it's important to just feel it, and just like, if you need to cry, just let it out. Let those emotions that are coming from your heart, right? That's painful. That's someone in your life that you have maybe a special relationship with, or maybe it's someone that really you love and care for, and they're now gone. That's tough. That is not negative. That's being human. And that's completely normal. But just think about it. If you were to die for a second, how would you want your family or your friends to be? Would you want them to be sad every single day? Or would you want them to live their life to the best ability, to live it every day to their fullest? So I invite you to think about it like that, and it's feel that pain, let it go through you, let it out, and then say, you know what, I get to live. And because I get to live, they would want me to live a full life, and I'm going to do that for myself, and I'm going to do that for them, because they can't be here to do it. And I guarantee you, when you do that, you're going to find like a spark into your fire, or more oxygen into your fire, and it's going to give you like, wow, I'm here, and my family member or my friend, whoever has passed away, is not, and I really want to live every day to the fullest. So that's my response to that. For Jillian 21, your comment, but it's hard. I'm assuming that this was earlier when I was talking about, doing these things. You have to remember that when you tell yourself that something is hard, then you are right. It is hard. But when you start to change and shift your story, and you go from, oh, it's hard, to, okay, I got this. I can do this. You're going to see, and I know you're going to, but that's hard. Stop thinking that it's hard. Just do it. Try to think back to a moment or something that you've done in your life that was challenging, and that you accomplished, that you were able to accomplish that obstacle. It was challenging, right? But what kept you from failing? What kept you from failing was that you kept trying. You didn't give up. You kept doing it. Whether it was like riding a bike, right? We can all relate to that. Riding a bicycle, when we were all learning how to ride a bike. We all started. Some of us started with one training wheel. Some of us started with two training wheels. Some of us started with no training wheels, right? But we all fail at one point. But even as kids, we knew that, hey, we got to keep going. We wanted to learn how to ride a bike, and we did it, even though it was painful, even though we fell, even though we had to try it over and over. And then maybe from there on out, we wanted to learn how to do a wheelie, or maybe you wanted to do it with no hands, whatever, right? But then you push yourself, and you evolve as a human being. And so you have to remember that you've been doing this all your life, subconsciously, from a very young age. You've been doing things that have been challenging, and you've been successful. So you have to believe in yourself and remind yourself about all the things you've been able to accomplish, because the reason was because you believed in yourself. And just hone on that, rather than like, oh, it's hard, or I don't know if I can do this, or the negative. Negative is, you can find negative in anything, really. But you can also find the positive in anything and everything too. It's a choice. So just being aware of that choice will really empower you to be on a positive state of mind. And when negative things come, for you to take those as opportunities to grow, and opportunities to to say, instead of saying, oh, this sucks, say, wow, this is really challenging. What's the opportunity here? How can I learn from this? How can I become better? And I know that's not easy, but if life was easy, then we would all be masters, right? But it can be though. It can be by simply shifting our perspective and shifting the way we think about things and how we choose the things that we choose to tell ourselves. I no longer will live my life like this. Negative has no purpose in my life and others around me. Yes, I love that. I love that. Janet, I love that. Love that, Janet. Thank you. Please continue to say that to yourself, okay? Because you are an amazing person, Janet. And I know that you've mentioned there's some trauma, some things that you've experienced in your life, but you remember how strong you are. Because it's not a matter of if you are strong, because you are. But remember how strong you are, okay? You've made it this far. You've gone through so much, you made it this far. Keep pushing. But if something is not working, don't do the same thing. Switch it up. Do something that it's going to be good for you, but makes you uncomfortable, right? Such as, maybe you just open up to a stranger, to a friend, or maybe maybe you're an introvert and you become more of an extrovert. Doing things that make you uncomfortable, that are going to be good for you, that have positive results, help us grow too. And that's one of them. Identify the things that look inward, look into the things that feel yucky, that don't feel good, that don't feel good, and explore that. And whatever it is that you don't like, tell yourself, I don't want this in my life anymore. So, nice to meet you too, Janet. My dad died today. My heart stopped. Oh my God, his heart stopped. I am so sorry. What's your name, Rowan? Is it Rowneyverse? Rowneyverse 100? I'm really sorry to hear that, brother. Really, really sorry. Just want to take a moment to say I'm sorry for that. That's really tough. Is he still on here? Yes, okay. I'm so sorry, brother. Wow. Just let it out, just be kind to yourself. I know that you're probably just feeling like the world has ended and so much pain, and maybe all the memories are coming back. But I hope that you take this time to really remember your father for the great man that he was. And, that's what he would want you to remember him as, right? For all that he did his best as a father, and that he tried to raise a son and with love and as much as he could and to his best ability. And now, although he's not here in this physical world, he will always be with you in your heart. And just remember the beautiful man that he was, and the example that he set for you. And just live your life every single day to the fullest, And I'm really sorry, brother. Really, my deep condolences, and I send you lots of love and peace to you. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, let me just read through these. Undo the negative mindset by revising it every time with good thoughts is what I'm going to try. I love it, Janet. That's what I'm talking about. How's it going, Arta? Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, I'm a little behind. Thank you, same. Janet, you're awesome. Paula, how you doing? It's good to see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who just joined, we're talking about that inner voice. We kind of got deep in there a little bit. But we all have that inner voice that tells that keeps us from being our full potential selves, and a lot of where negativity comes from, like things such as stress and anxiety and depression. stem from these little voices, right? This inner voice that we hear in our minds that puts us down or tells us stories that are not pleasant. So yeah, that's what we're talking about if you just joined. And Paula, I missed you too. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I know I've been away for a couple weeks, but I'm back. Paula, she's a regular. She's a great woman, great spirits. Really, she's always in all of my lives, and I'm just so glad to see that you're here, Paula. Raoniverse 100, you're absolutely welcome, brother. And I'm here. If you need anything, you have a community of people. That's the great thing about this app. You can get support. But I'm here if you need anything. Okay. So we were talking about that inner voice, and that's just what it is. It's just everything in life, whether you want to be successful, whether you want to be happy, whether you want to get out of a funk that you're in, or you want to get out of depression or anxiety or stress, or it's all in here. And the moment that we can surrender to that fact and take a moment to breathe and say, what can I do different? What can I do different that will serve me better? And take that moment for yourself and say, hey, I've been doing this for X amount of years and I feel pretty crappy. So maybe I should do something different. And I know it's going to be challenging, but you know what? I'm tired of living this way. And I'm just going to do it. I'm going to keep trying things, and with the greatest spirit, and not give up on myself. Right? And if you don't know what to do, then, nowadays the beautiful thing is there's YouTube, there's TikTok. I mean, here we are, people like me. There are incredible people here on TikTok, honestly, that are opening up and that have different experiences and that want to help. My goal here is, yes, I'm a life coach, but my goal here is also to just share with all of you, like, this higher vibration, right? To share with all of you this love that I've come to accept into my life. To share with you all the experiences that I've felt, all the pain, all this, the hurt, the trauma that I have gone in my life. I've had a choice to either say, I'm either going to continue to feel like this and I'm going to blame everybody and I'm going to just be in this darkness and waste my life in it, or I'm going to grow, I'm going to rise above all of this, and I'm going to be an example, and I'm going to help people, and I'm going to first help myself and feel good with myself, and I'm going to live every single day as if it were my last. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a choice. It's a choice. So I beg you, please give yourself that choice. Give yourself that opportunity. Stop beating yourself up. Just let it go. Take a deep breath. Do something different and stay persistent. Stay persistent. Just how when you were learning how to ride that bike, when you were learning how to ride the rollerblades, or maybe it was a skateboard, or maybe you were learning how to drive, right? We as humans are always evolving. We're learning how to do things, and none of us are really good at it just from the get-go. There's a few people out there who are very gifted and talented, but even them, they go through things in life that they're challenged and they're not good, because that's the beauty of life. And so if you're struggling with things, just don't be frustrated with that. Don't get frustrated with yourself, because that's not going to do you anything good, right? But instead, just be like, okay, I'm going to do things different. It's time. It's time to just do it different. It's time to just breathe and to say, you know what? I'm tired. That's what it took me. I literally was like, I'm done. I'm done feeling like this. I choose not to feel this way anymore. Do you think it was easy? No. But it was worth it. It was worth it. And some of you are looking like this, straight down, right? You're looking down, and when people like me come and tell you there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you tell me, no, there isn't, Alex. I don't see a light. You're right, because you're looking down into the darkness. You have to look up, and that taking action to look up is called hope. You have to have hope. You have to believe in yourself. You have to want things to be different. And so when you look up and you see there's a light at the end of the tunnel, you're like, oh my God, there's a light. There's a light. And now, what are you going to do to get closer to that light? You're going to take a step forward, right? And then you take another step forward. And maybe you're tired, and maybe your legs hurt, and maybe you don't even remember how to walk because it's been so long, but you got to move forward and remember that you know how to walk forward. But the minute you do this again, then you just give up, right? You give up, and now you're not doing yourself any justice. You're not helping yourself, right? So just think about that. Find the light at the end of your tunnel. Find the reason as to what it is that you want, and go for it, ladies and gentlemen. Just go for it. Stop putting yourself excuses. Stop telling yourself that it's hard. Stop telling yourself all that there's a laundry list of things why you can't do it, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Just do it. Just do it for you. For you. Because you're so special. You're so unique. It's like drives me nuts when people just don't see that, right? It's like, come on, guys. You're so unique. You're so unique, and there's no one like you on this world, on this universe. There's absolutely nobody like you. So stop being ashamed of that. Stop trying to hide from that, and just be who you are and live in peace for yourself. You only get one life a week in this physical world, one life. So please just don't waste it on stupid things, on other people's opinions, on what society has taught you that is, oh, you're going to look cool, or you're going to be cool, or this and that. No, find the inner happiness, that inner peace. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You know how many clients I have that are extremely wealthy, that are miserable? A lot. It's sad. Because we as society have thought, we believe that, I need money to be happy. So I need to get that job. Okay, now I have that job. Okay, well, I want to make more money, right? And now you're like, okay, now I'm making more money. I feel good. And then you want to get that nice car. And then you're always chasing for something you think is gonna make you happier, right? And then you're finding yourself that you're constantly chasing things, but you don't understand that these things really don't provide you eternal happiness. It's temporarily. It's like a little toy, and then you just get tired of it, and you just live for that moment of that excitement. But that excitement lives within you. It lives within you. The happiness lives within you. So please, I know this sounds maybe a little outlandish to some of you, but give it a try. Give it a try, and you might be surprised what comes up. You might be surprised what light you start to see at the end of your tunnel. So, all right, I'm going to take a moment again to pause and take any questions, comments. Let me back up a little bit. I choose Janet, I choose joy. I choose to love myself just as I am until I am where I need and want to be. Amen. Yes, I love that. that's what I'm talking about. That's the empowerment that I want you to do, Janet. I want you to keep telling yourself these things and believe it. And most importantly, feel it. Feel it. I want that fire to come from inside of you and just feel it. Feel that fire. And you remember that you are in charge of your life. You get to choose what you do, how you show up, how you feel, and what you do with your life. And there are things that you cannot control, but focus on what you can. And focus on being a good human being. Focus on love with yourself. Focus on peace. Focus on being the example, even when others are maybe not a good example. You know, I always say, like, do the right thing, even when especially when no one's watching. And when you live that way, you start to elevate your vibrations, right? Your vibrational field goes higher, and all of a sudden, everything you see starts to be more positive because you see it that way. Remember that things are neither positive or negative, in theory, right? For example, I'll just take this. This is neither beautiful or ugly. It's just is, right? It's just, in my mind, it's beautiful. And maybe in some of your minds, it's like, yeah, that is beautiful. In some of your minds, maybe that's interesting. And maybe in some of your minds, it's just pure ugly because you don't like the color blue. I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point is that we give life, we give the world positive, negative things, right? Oh, I love that, or I hate that, or this and that. That is a choice. And it's different for everybody. So remember that and be mindful and cautious of that. Because if you want that to change, you need to change the way you think. If you want to feel better, then you need to change the way you think about yourself and about how you view the outside world. It's often a reflection of how you feel inside about yourself. So empowerment, like Janet is doing, her choice that she's saying, like, I choose to live this way. I choose to love myself. I choose to be as I am. That is gonna really reflect outward too, and that is a beautiful thing. All the work that we do internally, it comes out, and we're able to show up better for our friends, for our partners, for our family. That's why it's in here. That's what you got to do it. Aram, thank you so much. I look up to you. Thank you. Hey, that's very kind of you, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is there a certain time you go live? I usually go lives on Wednesdays, but now I'm going to start to do them Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday or Thursdays. I haven't decided yet that one, but it honestly depends. My schedule is like pretty wild. So it just depends on if I have sessions, like, or now tomorrow I don't have any sessions, which is a miracle. But I like sessions, because I like to help people. But I don't have any sessions tomorrow, so I'll probably go live tomorrow. But it just depends, honestly. I usually try to do it on around 3 o'clock Central Time, US Central Time. So yeah. Jenna, thank you. I have to leave for now. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Things to do. I'm happy. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Thank you for joining and for all the beautiful things you said. I'm so glad that you came on here, and remember that everything happens for a reason, Janet. Stay strong, stay true to yourself, and I'm excited to see you in my next live. Have an amazing day, Janet. Okay, you're welcome, user hot sash, I think. If you just joined, welcome. This is the first time I see you on a live. Thank you. I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Is it of Harris? Is she still on? Or Miss V? Thank you. Really appreciate that, and welcome. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your words. This is from Anna Powell 58221. Thank you for your words. It is helping me how I feel right now. You're absolutely welcome. I'm so happy and glad that it's helping. Very, very happy about that. Stella, as always, thank you so much for your gift, the fire emoji. You're the best. Paula, good. I look forward to seeing your lives. Thank you so much. Sasharma, sorry if I mispronounced your name. I really apologize. Saharma. Hello. Janet, I think she already left, but positive thinking and actions, attention on choosing positive instead of the negative. Yes, it's all a choice. All a choice. Much love to you too, Janet. Please take care. Have a wonderful day. And then Shaylee22, hello. But yeah, if you just joined, welcome. If this is your first live with me, welcome. This is what I do typically, at least once a week. I come on here and do a live, and I'll pick a topic and I'll just share my opinions about it, my insights and my views. As you probably already guessed by the title, Bravery Life Coaching. I am a life coach, but I like to come on here and be able to help people. It's my time and my opportunity to give to people and to the community, and I really am very big on this. So I haven't been live for 2 weeks. I've just been busy and also with other priorities. But I'm back on to a normal routine now, at least for quite a while. So you can find me here on Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Thursdays. I'm gonna try to do it every day if the time allows me to. But I like to keep a balance between not spending too much time working in social media, just to keep my mental health in good order so I can help you guys and help my clients. But yeah, I love what I do. If you're just new here, I left the corporate world to do this. I was working for Google, and I loved it was a great job. I was making good money and this and that. I thought it was my dream job, and then I realized that it wasn't, and that my passion wasn't just helping people. And so I decided to leave and take the biggest risk. Probably one of the biggest risks. Well, took a big risk and quitting and starting all over from nothing, and life coaching and hoping that it works. And I'm just so grateful and blessed that I have clients and I continue to have new clients. But the whole purpose is to help people. I'm really passionate about that, and I've had some pretty unique experiences in my life, and I've done a lot of work on myself, a lot, and continue to do it. And so I want to be able to help people who, who feel like they're stuck or feel like they're in similar shoes that, they're going through depression or anxiety or really stress. Or I also do health consulting. So if you're trying, oftentimes people who want to lose weight or things like that, it's relatable to how they feel inside. It's relatable to, what's going on internally with their hearts and their emotions. So that's what I do. I help people feel better and see the light and see who they are as a person, because I was lost very badly at one point in my life, and I was going through severe depression. I had PTSD and some pretty gnarly anxiety, and I overcame that. I'm very on my own, and I did therapy, and therapy was not my style, which is why I don't want to be a therapist. I believe life coaching is more raw. It's more real. Like when I work with people, I share very intimate things with them, and they share very intimate things with me, and it's a relationship. And it's not like, oh, well, tell me about, no, I want you to feel like someone cares, and I legitimately care about my clients because I care about people. And when you have that connection, it's that much more impactful and powerful. And then you throw in tools, good, healthy tools there. And it fills my heart to see people turn their life around and be able to have hope again, and to wake up a new day with joy and happiness in their heart. And that just puts a big smile on my face because I think that's what life is about. So anyways, that's what I do. And if you're welcome, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Channel? Is it a channel? Whatever it is. Welcome. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you. Let me see. That's great. So many people need it. Absolutely. Good for you. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Chalet22. I'm so sorry to hear that, but you've got through it. Bump in the road. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I got through a lot of bumps in the road. But I laugh about it now because and I'm proud of it, because it's what it is. It grew me. I grew so much from all the experiences, from all the challenges. And like I said earlier, I could choose to feel bad for myself or feel sorry for myself, or to do something different. And I really took that and ran with it. And every day, I still do things every single day to work on myself and to better myself. And it's a choice. And so things are going to happen in life. They're going to challenge us. And we just have to be able to say, okay, am I going to be stuck in this, or do I want to move forward? And if I don't know how, I need to seek help, right? And that's where people like myself and many other people like therapists and other sources are available for people. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, crap. Okay. Paula, absolutely, all connected. I need all the help you want to give mentally and health. Absolutely. Leander Stand. Wait, is that how you say your name, bro? I am not gay, but yes. Is that your question? Chalet22, you're right. Amira, hey, how you doing? How you doing, Amira? So happy to see you on here. Yankee998, hello from New York. How's it going? I heard it's chilly in New York. It's like in the 30s and 40s. Hope you're staying warm. What part of New York? Chalet22, it made you who you are. 100%. Yes. 100%. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't change it for the world. Hello from Greece. That is so awesome. I want to go to Greece. It's on my my bucket list. Once COVID continues hopefully to slow down, things start to open up, I would love to go to Greece. Beautiful place. Sorry, I needed a drink. Okay, I'm back. It's chilly here and I don't like the cold. Me neither. I'm on the North Shore of Long Island. Okay. Right on. Please don't ever stop doing what you're doing. The world needs it. Thank you so much, Aram. I really do appreciate it. My goal is to be able to reach as many people as possible and live this life with a footprint. Leave this life with a footprint. English sometimes gets me. But yeah, I want to make an impact in the world, and I don't know, and I want to encourage others to help others too. That's my goal, honestly. Like I want to build a community of people who they heal themselves, they feel powerful themselves, they feel empowered, and then they want to then go and help others. And I really want to encourage that, like, so much, because we all need it. People like me, but there's people like you. All of you have such unique experiences and unique talent and individuals and perspectives. And you never know who you can help, right? But you gotta help yourself first. You gotta feel good first. I wouldn't be able to sit here to talk to you guys or help the people. And some of my clients have real big challenges, real life, serious challenges, and they're relying on me to help them. And I wouldn't be able to help them if I wasn't confident in myself, and if I wasn't confident in my peace and my love and everything that I've learned and everything that the skills that I've gained and the experience that I've gained all of my life. So, thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do want Aram for you. Whatever is going on in your life, whatever it is that you may be going through, to just remember that you are unique. that you are one of a kind and there's no one like you. And that's a beautiful thing. You're one of a kind out of 7.5 billion people in the world, and own that. Really, really own that. And if that feels uncomfortable, explore that. Explore that. Like, you know, take a moment to look into that and feel good with yourself, and forget about the noise. Forget about what people have to say and all that jazz. You got me. All right? You got me, and there are many more people like me around the world that just want to be helpful and want to help and want to be the best people we can be. And so I try to be an example always. And like I said, just do the right thing even when no one's looking. So all of us can do that. All of us can be contributors to that. So you're welcome. That's all it's about, building each other up. 100%. Am I saying it right? Is it Saharma? It's a beautiful name. Saharma? Yeah. Where are you from, Saharma? Thank you for your message. I really appreciate it. Inspire benevolence. Hello, how's it going? Paula, I think you should know you saved my life 3 weeks ago, but had your voice inside me. Oh, that's really, thank you so much, Paula. Really, I did not know that. Thank you so much, and I'm really touched by that. My TikTok videos, when I do those, I have to feel it. I will never just be like, what can I talk about today? No, it's usually like really random. And I have this strong feeling and like a message that I need to give to people. And hopefully you can feel that genuineness with all of my videos. But I do them to help people, to give people, you know, maybe you just need to hear that one message to get you through a tough day. Or maybe you're going through some struggles and you needed that little bit of hope. Or a little bit of extra push, or a new perspective, or something to think about. And I really do my best to really deliver that message with all of my TikTok messages. So thank you, all of you, for your support, and I hope that it resonates with all of you in some way, shape, or form. Middle East, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Saharma. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I don't like to say people's names wrong. I don't want to be disrespectful, so hopefully I'm saying it right. I feel it more than you know. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Before this live, I was having a really rough day. I feel great now. Good. Yes. I love that. Thank you. And that's how powerful it is, right, Stella? It lives within you. And I know it's really not me. It's really not. I know that I'm just here to deliver this message to you all. But it's the spark lives inside of you, the spark inside of your heart, the spark inside of your mind, and allowing to say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give myself that chance. I'm gonna give myself that opportunity. And I'm just here as a delivery guy. I tell all of my clients that I'm here, not in front of you, not behind you. I'm right beside you. I'm here to guide you into this darkness that you're in, and guide you to where you want to be and where you want to go, and to show you the light that lives within you, that there's not darkness. It's beautiful, and it can be whatever you want. So, you know, it really makes me so happy when I hear people that either from the live or from the videos that they say, hey, you know, the videos really helped me, or I feel so much better now. And that's good. That's what I want. And I want to show you that you can do this, that you got this. Every single one of you, you got this. So please, don't give up on yourself. I just spit all over my phone. Don't give up on yourself, okay? And hang in there. Just, hang in there, because we're going to go through this together, okay? All right, I'll give it a few more minutes, and I have to go because I have to prepare for a session. But yes, let me take a few minutes to read some of these comments. Keep giving us all these videos. I had a terrible day today, but now I feel better because of your words. Thank you, Tamara. 1167, thank you so much for that. And I'm touched by that, and I'm so happy that you're feeling better. And I hope all of you feel better. And I just want to send all of you all of my deepest love, okay? I want to send you all just so much peace. So much peace, and just remember just to be kind to yourselves, and to be patient with yourself too. Be patient. Everything it's going to be okay. It takes time, but stay persistent and believe in yourself, because you're remarkable human beings. And I feel so honored to be sharing this time in our lives together right now. Okay, I really feel honored. So thank you for sharing your time with me, for listening, and for engaging. And I just want to wish you the best, because that's what you deserve, the best. So go out there after this, whatever you're going to do, and just live your life and be happy. Let it come from here. Don't be looking for it out there, because it's not. It's in here. Okay. I'll take one more question, and then I'm going to go from inspire. What brought you into this field of work? Hello from the Canary Islands. Wow, that's awesome. What brought me to this field of work is I have gone through so much. I've, living in a different country. I grew up really poor. You can check out my website. I have like my whole life story there. But basically, I grew up really poor and came to the U.S., experienced a lot of different things in my life. I'm actually coming out with my mind is like, blah, blah, blah. I just did an interview a couple weeks ago, and it's going to be aired next week. So if you follow me on YouTube and on Instagram, you'll hear about it. And it's like an hour long, but I share all of my life story and why I do this. I also have a podcast. I haven't done one in a while, but I'm actually going to make sure I do one this week. So check that out too. It's all Bravery Life and Health Consulting, not coaching. But all the links are in my page. But essentially what brought me to do this is just, I've always been able to reach my goals. And I was in the Marines for 7 years, and I learned a lot about myself, and I got to experience some pretty crazy things that put things into perspective for me as far as like what life meant to me. And I feel like when I reached corporate, I was at Google. I feel like I'm not doing what I love. I like this job. The pay is good. The pay was amazing and everything, but it was not, something was missing. And so I did some digging. I did some self-digging, and I honestly was like, I found the meaning of my life and what I was passionate about, and which was to help people. And I was like, wow, I've been a life coach all my life. Essentially, I've been helping people. I was always the go-to guy that people would call and give advice and this and that, and I could motivate people really easily, and it was natural for me, and I did it from the heart, and I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed seeing people happy. I just love that. I love seeing people believe in themselves, and so I just went into that discovery phase, and I was like, well, I don't want to be a therapist because I don't really like that style. So I learned about what a coach was, and I said, that's what I want to do. So I said that I would give myself a fair chance, and I would try this out for 6 months to a year. And if it worked, it worked. And if it didn't, then it wasn't meant to be, but enjoy the journey. And so here I am. So that's, in very short terms, that's how I got into this. That's what made me do it. It's just wanting to help people. A lot of people could use it, and I found myself in so many dark holes in my life. That's what really inspired me to want to go into this field. I'm a life coach as well. Oh, that's awesome. I love hearing what brought you there. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your work, because I really appreciate all life coaches, and everybody that's in this field. It is the most unselfish thing you can do. well, there's a lot of unselfish things you can do, but it's very unselfish because you're putting yourself out there and you're doing the best you can to help people to live a better life. And it's not for you, it's for others. So thank you for the work that you do, and thank you for your support and for hopping on here. I really appreciate that. I'll have to check out your work. And if you ever want to do like a live together or something, just let me know, hit me up. I'd love to explore that as well. But yeah, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go because I have to prep for my next session. But thank you so much for all of you who joined. Have an amazing rest of your week. Stay motivated, stay positive, stay true to yourself. And most importantly of all, see, I can't even speak right now. Stay brave. All right, take care, everybody.